Hello everyone from, where's the camera? There's the camera. From the lovely neighborhood of Santi Tam in Chiang Mai. I just recently changed my neighborhood. This is my second day in this place and I met two people. One of them is the honorary consulate of Ireland. She's running the apartment that I live in now. And the other one is a doctor from Cyprus who also happens to be an ex-convict. I can't make this shit up. Oh my god. Alright, anyway, so today we're going to talk about journaling. Journaling, that's right. Writing, but not in the sense of a creative form, but more in the sense for yourself to understand your mind better. So just in the same way that walking for thousands of millions of years has been the main movement of human body, using a paper and a pen in your hand is the main way of how your mind moves and how you can keep track of those movements to understand what is really going on under the busy labyrinth of subconscious, and Jung described it as these big chambers of with different parts of yourself. So what I think is the most important habit, for the body, we have good sleep hygiene, movement for your exercise, your good diet, and stretching, obviously. But for the mind, I think the most important habit to develop is a daily journaling habit. Let's listen to a Dr. Who quote. Well, you'll remember me just a little. I'll be a story in your head, but that's okay. We're all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, because it was the best. It's easy to get carried away with the stories that we tell ourselves, especially when we're deeply identified with the story itself. In my experience, giving yourself some time in the morning to write about whatever's on your mind helps to put things in perspective. In episode 12, Sheila talks about this, and I've also recommended writing in recent conversations, phone calls I had with Ardal. So writing is something that I observed that successful or just level-headed people do in life. It's not something high level, it's just very simple writing about your mind. And the practice that I want to introduce you today is the practice called brain dump method. Everyone knows this, it's very, very simple. So when you wake up and wash your face, maybe stretch and move a little bit, the first thing you do without really looking at any phone or screen or maybe even your own face. Some professors used to, I've heard some stories about professors not really looking at anyone's face before they write something to not get influenced by it. Anyway, it's taking it to an extreme, but the point is to get a piece of paper out in front of you in the morning and just write. Do not stop. The most important thing is to not think about writing. You're just writing. You're just letting your brain, your mind do its thing. I think the brain in its most relaxed form, when we're sleeping, we have different kind of waves, the theta waves and alpha waves and all these different wavelengths, frequencies that our brain vibrates to. In the morning, there's a very calm wave. It's in its most relaxed state. It's genius, and it knows exactly what needs to happen in life. So if you allow yourself to write, including the I don't know what to say, what am I even doing, you will eventually start seeing things that are on your mind recently, and those things will keep recurring. So after you finished, you write these things, you finished a page or two, I don't know how long, write for at least 10 minutes, I would say. A small notebook, at least 10 minutes of writing. If it's a big notebook, 20 minutes is good, but start wherever you can. Fill up a page, small page if you're starting, big page if you're already doing it, and you go back to these things that you wrote and start underlining some key ideas, some themes, something that kind of jumps at you. Be intuitive with these things. Don't try to, it's not the Da Vinci Code, it's just whatever you're thinking about throughout the day. So, like I said, if you do this consistently with everything else in life, obviously, if you give this practice a fair chance, it is guaranteed that you will eventually start planning out the blueprints of what needs to happen for any sort of decision that you're trying to make in life. This could be, like a relationship decision. It could be a financial decision. It could be a family decision. I don't know what it is. You keep thinking about it anyway. So writing down that thing that you're thinking about gives you distance between the thing and your thoughts, because your thoughts is not the thing. The thing is something completely different than what your thoughts are. And once you start giving distance between these two things, the answers kind of, the things that you write are the answers, and they start jumping at you. Now, the ability to translate what we write into answers is directly related to the trust you have in you, the trust that you have in the words that you're writing that are the answers that will allow you to open up, solve these issues that you were thinking about for so long. And it's a relationship that you develop with your own ideas. I think you should listen to me because I've been doing it since COVID regularly. I started doing it in 3rd grade, but I've been consistently, maybe like I take a month break, not more than a month break in between my entries, but I try to do it as often as possible, especially these days. I kind of write every day. And it's serving me wonders. It's keeping track of whatever I'm thinking about. I started doodling some projects that I have in mind. So it's important to get a second opinion in life about things that you want to do, but I think your innermost self is never wrong. It's the source of information, and the more you trust your ideas and that source of information for your life, the things that you want to do, the easier it gets to have that sort of intuition, or whatever people call it, the trust in yourself, the process, whatever. So, and that comes from you knowing exactly your situation better than anyone else, better than your mom, better than your dad, your sister, your brother, your wife, your husband. You know you best. So why don't you ask you before you ask anybody else? Right? Okay. So I know when there's a reason my mind's trying to bring my attention to a particular thought that keeps coming up again and again. And I continue to write these pages, and I developed the skill of identifying the answer before it even comes to me. I know when an answer is coming. And it just gives you a little bit more space to be in your mind rather than think, because it's not in your head anymore. All those things that you're thinking about, it's on the paper, it's figured out, it's solved, it's good. All right? It's all you. Do what you feel like it's right, but just don't stop writing till you fill up that page. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more stuff like this every week, and share with your friends. At ease.